Right. So some of the trainings that we do are related to emotional intelligence, and improving your emotional intelligence is a way of having that stick together, because it increases your self-awareness and increases
Mm.
your social skills, so that therefore you can now be that emulsifier in your own work environment. Because when something arises, you'll have the tools and the skills to deal with that on a professional level. And that comes with DISC, the human behavior styles. Learning the
Mm.
human behavior styles is saying, hey, I understand that like you may be different than me. I'm talking about you, Gavin, may be different than me, and how we can work better together despite our differences. Uh, and that's real hard work on my part.
That's the easiest thing you've ever had to do, surely. But I like your approach with the emotional aware intelligence stuff, because um, I think when we look at conflict, certainly within the police service, we use certain models. One of them is certainly about, if you don't understand the problem and jointly out and kind of understand what's driving the kind of behavior or activity, you can't really come up with those solutions which will give you that long-term effect. So, and you can't do that unless you've got that self-awareness, as you described. And I know
Mhm.
um, you talk a lot about the emotional intelligence, but that's so key, I think, in terms of managing people and just working with other people in organizations, because you can't possibly like or get on with everybody because we're
Right.
all different. But you've got to understand why people come from different perspectives and what drives them. Because if you can really truly understand, and also how you behave, you might be behaving in a way which really irks somebody else, but you just don't realize because you just don't sit from them. So I think that's really good. So how do you use that then? If you can, um, how can you make sure that that long term kind of solution really sticks? And what do you do?
Well, because when you build up your social awareness and your self awareness, you're building your empathy.